If you guys don't know already, 9x39 has received a nerf, the once king of all guns in Escape from Tarkov. But today we're going to be diving into what's actually changed about the round, and we're also going to be doing some sweet armor testing, so stick around and let's see if 9x39 is still viable in Escape from Tarkov. So let's firstly jump into the price and some of the different things that change within the traders for the ammos. The first one here is SP5 is no longer unlimited. You can only buy 180 per reset, and even worse, it's about 60 rubles more per round. For its cousin SP6 here, it's actually got a dramatic price increase to 764 rubles with 150 buy limit. And let's not even get me started on SPP at max rapport is now a whopping 1,180 rubles per round, and you can only buy 90 per reset. So the first way that they have nerfed all rounds is the fact that the prices have gone up. To get your hands on 7N12 BP, you can do the Grenadier task and trade strike cigarettes for 7N12, but you only get 8 rounds. As for crafting, 1 military power filter and a gunpowder at the workbench level 3, every 2 hours and 40 minutes gives you 80 found and raid BP. This is a great trade and I'd recommend doing this for money or simply to use it. So what about ammos and what's actually changed? Well, the first thing that we need to realize is that SP5 has actually not changed at all. The round still remains the king for both damage and penetration at a nice decent price point, however with that buy limit being the major nerf to this round. As we move into the next round, SP6, the only thing that's changed about SP6 is it's gone from +7 recoil to a now +10 recoil per round, which means essentially it adds 10 recoil to your gun while firing. The next nerf here that comes to the SPP round is the fact that its damage got reduced from 67 to 64, as well as the fact that its recoil got a massive nerf from +5 to a now whopping +20. As we move towards 7N12 BP, the accuracy has also been reduced from 15% to 10%, and the penetration has been nerfed by 2 points from a guaranteed class 5 pen to about a 98% chance at 48. As we head down to recoil, the recoil has actually been increased from 5 to a whopping 22, making it the most recoil round. So how does that recoil translate into spraying? As you can see there, I just dumped SP5 in the wall. And we're also going to be shooting some SP6 here to see what that extra 10 recoil actually looks like up close and personal. So now let's have a quick look at SPP as well, the round that actually has now 20 recoil. And last but not least, 7N12 up against the wall here with 22 extra recoil per bullet. But do these stats actually add up to the actual spread and jump of the round? Up close and personal, we don't really get a good idea here, but you can actually see the grouping is quite tight on SP5, whereas SP6 is almost as tight or even better, but SPP is much worse. You can see rounds straying off to the left, and as we move here to 7N12, you're going to see the greatest spread. But what about at a larger distance? Now let's try SP6. So we've seen SP6, let's have a quick look at SPP. And last but not least, 7N12. So let's take a look at that in a little bit more slow motion here. And on the left hand side, we've got SP5, and on the right is BP. But if we slow it down even more, the first thing you're going to notice is a BP on the right hand side actually has a larger jump on the left hand side of the Pico 6. You can see rounds jumping much higher, and SP5 is already starting to come down and group much better. But what do they actually look like when we get up close and personal? I think it really shows the recoil difference. SP5 has a nice straight line, and also the grouping is quite tight near the first third of the spray, whereas SP6 is quite wild up towards the right. But as we come here towards SPP, we don't actually see a larger increase in that recoil. It's almost as if, though it has double the amount of recoil, the distance from the first initial shot is not actually double that of SP5, but the distance between the first shot and where the grouping starts is actually much higher, and that's how it's applied here. As we make our way to 7 and 12, however, the highest recoil, we don't really see the same behavior. So let's try all this again, but this time, let's try it while we're prone. So we're going to be shooting SP5 here. This is the first spray up against the wall while prone at the same distance from before. And now this is 7 and 12. So let's go have a look at these different targets. And the first thing you're going to be noticing is the grouping on this one is a little bit more obvious. You're going to see a much tighter grouping on SP5, whereas 7 and 12 definitely starts to show some of that jump behavior that I was talking about earlier. You can see some jump out to the left and then to the top right before stabilizing in the middle. So how does SP5 fare against the different levels of armor? Let's have a quick look here. Starting off with Coraza, level 3 armor, getting taken down in 2 hits. It doesn't really give it a challenge due to its 30 pen, but as we move our way to class 4, you're going to be noticing it stops 4 rounds. As for Fort, however, this is where SP5 starts to really drop the ball, coming in at a whopping 11 hits to drop Fort. So you can see that SP5 is the best performing in the level 3 and level 4 armors. But once you start to run up against a couple thick boys, especially class 6 is where the ammo starts to fall off. So what about its larger cousin, SP6? SP6 is almost triple the price. So is it triple the performance? Well, let's have a quick look against Coraza. Once again, SP6 cuts through Coraza with ease, but you're going to be noticing it takes 2 hits to drop class 4 and 4 hits on class 5. As we make our way towards class 6, it's a 8 shot for class 6. So you'll be noticing that was 2 less shots on level 4, 5 less shots on level 5, and 3 less shots on level 6 than SP5. So these aren't obviously triple the profit and triple the penetration, but it's a good start. As we make our way towards SPP, however, this is where things get really expensive. The SPP is almost 5 times the value of SP5. 1, 2. 2 taps a trooper. 4 hits on HMK. 1, 2. And 7 hits on class 6. Now this isn't a massive step up in performance, but you're going to be noticing that 1 less shot. But what about its larger cousin, 7 and 12? Once again, 2 hitting a trooper. But how do you think Gen4 HMK will stand? So you're going to be noticing a significant better difference here in both class 5 and class 6 due to the fact that SPP got nerfed in the class 5 pen reliability. So you're going to be noticing some good things here about how good 7 and 12 can be against class 6 armor. So what if you take the most budget round and put it with the most expensive round, one designed to pen class 6 versus one that is really reliable up until class 6? And if you put it into an 80 out of 80 slick, what's the difference? So let's have a look here. This is SP5.
Need some fucking help!
So it's 2 hits to kill on an unarmored thorax, and that's why it just ripped straight through Coraza in 2 hits. But when we put it up against class 6, ten rounds to bring down a fresh slick with SP5. That's really interesting. What about 7 and 12? Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 hits versus 10. So you're really, when you're buying into these higher end rounds, you're really just trying to predict what you're versing. So there you have it, guys. Armor testing done for 9x39. What do you guys think? Do you think SP5 is still just the greatest option? or would you go out of your way and buy up its bigger cousins? Do you think the nerf was strong enough, or is it still simply too strong? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and as always, we'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this in absolutely any way, or you learned anything about the ammos shown here today, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. And as always, to stream 5 days a week on Twitch, the link for that will be featured down below. If you guys want to see any more ammo testing, or you enjoyed watching this video, let me know what calibers you'd love to see me do next in the comment section down below. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.